Hey, what's up everybody? JayborinoPlays here. I'm playing some more Ignos, a custom campaign for Starcraft 2 created by Njordies. Now, I've been waffling back and forth on if I want to go into this on normal or up it to hard, and I think Njordies has been waffling with it too. Originally, he's like, oh, you should up it to hard, and then he came back, he's like, nah, just do normal. And after watching my own play on Monday with Shattered Void, I would tell myself the same thing. Maybe I should just stick to normal, because that was really bad. Alright, Greater Caves can have nasty surprises. Be prepared! Alright, cool. So, we were sent out by the Patriarch to find Ignos, which is a weapon that theoretically will purge the planet we're on of Zerg. So I really enjoyed the first mission. As always, the terraining, doodadding, environment, atmosphere, what have you, is absolutely incredible. Definitely top notch. Here we go. Alright, let's stick with normal. This is Selenox. Thousands of years ago, the Xel'Naga inhabited this world. They are long gone now, and nature has reclaimed the land. Even so, it's likely devices of the Xel'Naga have endured deep down in the caverns. The cave is too confined to fit a battalion of warriors. We must choose a champion to go in our stead. And this is where you come in, Ignos. You have proven yourself as an outstanding warrior with great proficiency in the psionic arts. Maron believes in your capabilities. You will enter the cave and retrieve the Ignos. I will do as ordered, but I confess to having my doubts. It is told that the Ignos has destroyed entire worlds. Are we even able to wield such a weapon? Maron believes so. But do you not share his convictions? My opinion matters little. Do your duty, Ignos. What is this device? This is the Psi Broadcaster. It allows us to communicate with Ardia. It must not be destroyed. The Primal Zerg inhabit these caves. They will swarm from the caves to attack us. Their entrances must be blocked if we are to secure the landing site. The Primal Zerg are hostile. They've sensed our presence and will attack our base. Got him! The Xel'Naga artifact is hidden deep beneath the specific cave. We must secure this holy site. Seal off other caves to ensure that the Zerg will be no threat. Hot damn, the camera work with the cinematics is awesome. Alrighty, seal the caves. The Psi Broadcaster must not be destroyed. It's the link between the expedition and the world of Ardia. It must not be destroyed. I wonder if we'll have some sort of abilities to use with it or not. We'll see. Alright, hotkey that Nexus. Buildable terrain. You can only build structures on flat terrain near minerals. Okay. Not entirely sure what that's referring to. No abilities or anything on the Psi Broadcaster. We just have to defend it. I wonder if the Zerg might send special attacks at it specifically. Okay, so let's just pretend that what happened on Monday just never happened. I do notice there's no hotkey for the Cybernetics Core. Not that that's super important or anything, but I am pointing it out. Let's just forget about that, and we're going into a new map now. Maybe I can, make it go a little better. I assume that the red caves are larger, and they're going to send... Or maybe that means that they're active, so they're sending things at us immediately. I'm not entirely clear. We do want to be building those forges, because if you remember to Mission 1, we aren't able to upgrade from the forges by clicking on these and waiting over time. It's just by building more forges we get the upgrades, and now we have more stuff. I'm going to check those out in a second. You know what I'm going to do? I have the money. I'm just going to throw down 2 forges. Let's throw down a third one as well, and we should have access to everything right away. Okay, so let's just keep making probes, and we're getting pinged. Maybe that's because the Zerg are attacking us. So here's why I'm playing on normal too, is I'm taking the time to read all of these right now. Allows High Templar and Archons to teleport over small distances. It seems like Blink for High Templar and Archons, pretty cool. So we can make observers that can mass recall units from anywhere on the map, can be upgraded to generate a pylon field. Ooh, that's real cool. So we can make a warp observer, which basically functions as a warp prism and can mass recall units from anywhere else on the map. That's awesome. Increases the movement speed for all units by 0.3 movement points and decrease build time for photon cannons by 10 seconds. Holy crap, that's so good. Okay, well, let's get started. I want to start upgrading these right away. They're pricey. Let's go ahead and throw units on gas. As I usually say, it seems like minerals are going to be a stopping point for us now, but it will be... It's certainly going to be gas eventually, so that's why I'm focusing on gas now so we can stockpile it, and we're going to need more pylons as well. So, now we already have plus 333. That's the only thing that seems... It's a little overpowered, the fact that for 300 minerals we could go from +1 to +3 immediately. It's going to allow us to just annihilate these Zerg with zealots. I mean, pylons and photon cannons... Pylons, I don't know why I said pylons, but photon cannons won't be nearly as important, I don't think. But regardless, it's incredible. Let's go ahead and get the gravity boosts, too. Is that what it's called? Yeah, gravity boost. Let's just go ahead and do it. What's going on here? Well, first of all, we definitely need warp gate, and then I'll check what this is. Gives the warp observer a power field that can be used to power up... okay, so we have to pay for that. So is this a building, or it's an actual observer that we build out of the robo facility? We're going to find out, but it's very, very, very cool, and now we're able to build it. So eventually we'll be able to open these up. It seems like we're going to want some stalkers just to protect us from mutalisks. Honestly, a couple zealots can probably defend against many zerglings. It seems like what's happening here is we want to be closing these caves pretty quickly before the other ones open up. I assume the orange ones are in danger of opening up soon, but the red ones are pouring units in. It looks like maybe the brown units either coming from these caves down here or are spawning as separate attack waves, which gives me more incentive to close the caves as soon as possible. We do have a lot of money here, a reasonable amount of money, so I mean, I shouldn't need to expand very quickly, but I'm going to want to eventually, because we're not going to be able to hold out on one base. We do need the warp observer prism. We do need the warp observer prism. I can't speak. If we want to really make use of those observers, but the fact that we can mass recall units that we build anywhere else on the map is just awesome. It seems like my warp gate tech moved much quicker than I would have expected it to there. Let's make some more gateways, and the fact that we can probably make immortals, maybe. I'm not really sure about that, but if we can make anything out of the robo facility, or if we can make stargates, doesn't look like we can make stargates, actually. We do want a Twilight Council for that. Fatty Charge and Blink. I want to make some Archons as well for that Blink on them as well. Yeah, we can make immortals, so I can use mass recall on the warp observers to warp in robo units as well, which is just so cool. So I really, really like that. It seems like we're only going to really need one. Okay, so we're going to just need more and more units here. Our units are a little quicker because we got the third upgrade on the Forge, the gravity boosters. Very, very cool. Let's just get totally saturated on this base, and we're going to get supply blocked again here. Whoops! Let's go ahead and throw down another pile. Oh! Past JayborinoPlays, you were really on point. I was ready for that. Inadvertently, let's throw down another one, and we're looking in good shape here. We're going to be pretty much fully saturated on this base. Oh. I don't know what happened there. I was hitting E. Something must have happened. That was strange. Okay, and again, I really want to get up there and start sealing these caves as soon as possible. I think Immortal is going to be an excellent choice. I will warp in an Observer as well. And we're going to want to get Charge. And I think these are all very, very good investments. The fact that we already have plus 333 means that we don't need as many units to be incredibly effective. Again, we're not even taking shield damage at all to these Zerglings because I assume they probably have no upgrades and we have full upgrades, which is so cool. I like it because it really kickstarts. It really kickstarts it. You're not sitting around in your base for very long, and that's usually something that can be a drag, is you're sitting around for a very long time as you're like, oh, well, I'd rather wait for +2. And like, who fucking cares about +2? Now we just have it, and we can push out much quicker. It seems like these observers take a very long time to create, which makes total sense because they're incredible. So, want to warp in. Again, probably Stalkers. We only need a couple Zealots. Again, 333 Zealots are very, very good. We only need a few of them to really keep our Stalkers safe as they power through these rocks. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen when you start attacking the rocks. I'm going to assume that maybe something's going to come out of the cave to defend it. Similar to what we saw in the cutscene. I can't be sure about that. We need the Observer Warp Prism. Again, very, very cool idea. We're going to get one more probe here. We have 6 gateways, so as we get more and more money, we can afford to warp more stuff in. Sentries, I'm not going to make. I kind of explained that in the last video. So let's get a few more Zealots and Stalkers, probably one more Immortal, and I want to start pushing out. In fact, I probably could start pushing out now. Let's grab these units and these units. This is more. That other stuff over there is more than enough to defend me. So let's take out this right cave first. Reason being is both of these caves are responsible for this side of the attack. So by taking out this cave or blocking off this cave, it's going to stop them from being able to do anything at all. Okay, mass recall. Oh, that's so cool. Owned by player in the target area to the caster. Oh, that's great. Okay, so just for proof of concept, let's take an observer and move it up here. Actually, it might be better to leave this at home because we don't need... We were not going to need to warp in. This may be something we want to utilize later in the mission. Okay, so let's get a Templar Archive. Start stockpiling that gas so that we can make some High Templar. Make them into Archons. I do like Storm, but a lot of the times when you're against AI, the enemy doesn't clump up as nicely as you would like it to, specifically when you're on the offense, so maybe we're not going to be using Storm very much. All right, let's start hitting these rocks. Ooh, the rocks go down very, very quick. Let's not lose any Zealots to it. Okay, we took one out, one group out. More Primal Zerg are bursting through the caves. Okay, so we take one out and then more appear. So we're going to keep going, and then if we absolutely have to, we can recall in. I'm going to make a second observer when we get the gas. That way I'll be very able to just warp either to or from wherever we are. All right, a bunch of Zerg actually poured out from where we were. Looks like there's a base down here. Okay, we're going to block this off, and I want to come up here and take this base. It seems relatively safe. Only one gas, not too many minerals, but it's going to be very, very helpful. Roach is doing some decent damage against Zealots, but nothing we need to be too worried about. Let's go ahead and break this down. And Zealots move. Oh, well, we lost 2. I thought I would move them in time. Apparently not. All right, let's get moving back here. It seems like the more Primal Zerg bursting in through the caves. All right, that's about what I expected. I see. So as you destroy caves, more become active. I think taking out these 2 was pretty crucial because now I can take this base very easily. I do see another base down here, but having a third gas is going to be great. I'm not even going to research Storm. I really just want to stockpile my gas, and that way I can make Archons. I mean, I already can make Archons, but I can only make 3 right now, so I'm just going to make 2 and pop it into an Archon, and we can try out that Blink, which is going to be pretty cool. So it's basically when Archons get stuck behind my Stalkers, I can blink them forward. That's going to be the main reason. So my big question here is, am I going to get attacked over here? I will throw down a couple cannons. We do have an upgrade that allows the cannons to build faster, so I assume, again, because this isn't hard mode, I see what he was saying, where I probably could have played this mission on hard mode, but I really can't speak for what's going to happen once these other caves open up. We may want to be using the observers to... Oh, I have a great idea. Here's what we're going to do. I want another observer. Okay, Archon is done. Boom! Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I like the random blink on all sorts of units. We're going to keep one observer at home, and then we're going to send an observer out. And we're going to recall over here. We're going to destroy the rocks, and then we're just going to recall home. And that's how we're going to take out those rocks. Just because I want to be a little cheeky about it. We have a lot of minerals, so I'm just going to lay down cannons all around because I don't want to carelessly lose this base. Also, the pylons are going to allow me to not get supply blocks so easily. Okay. Sure, I'll get hallucin... No, don't even waste the money. I'm not going to use it. I'm just being straight with myself. Could probably afford... We can definitely afford more gateways. I can afford to produce Zealots off of them at least. Again, my Zealot's not even taking hull damage because of the +3 shields. That's incredible. Just so good. Okay, we're going to make some more cannons back here. Again, they're affordable. They are affordable. So maybe once this cave opens up, we'll start getting Mutalisk swarms over here or something. So that's why I'm being a little cautious. I'll get more pylons too. Start making more probes, and let's get this gas. Coolio. All right, Zealots, you're up. It's a decent amount. We've got my other observer coming up, so you observer, I want you to... You know what? Maybe we could go, excuse me, and break down these ones down here first. Because only Zerglings are coming out of these, whereas more beefy units are coming out of here. See, there's Roaches, there's what am I thinking? There's Roaches, and there's Hydralisks. Okay, another thing I would like to do is... Can I blink up here? Is that out of range? It's pretty far. Yeah, we definitely can't get up there. There's got to be a way to get up there, other than recalling. Oh no, Zealot! Save him! But we saved him! Oh my god. 333 is just... It's crazy good. Okay. So let's grab an observer, send him down here. I'm going to separate out some units, so like a strike force, basically, of these groups. We only really need one zealot to really protect us. Let's bring... I don't want to bring the Archon. I don't want to risk having it crushed by rocks. But okay. So let's recall in these units. Ooh, that range is large, too. I got to be careful that I don't end up grabbing more stuff than I need. Okay. Let's break the rocks. And then we're just going to recall back out. Boom. All right. And then that's how I can easily progress around this map. Okay, these guys are stuck over here. So let's do the same thing. I'm going to hotkey you to 2. I'm going to hotkey you to 1, and we're going to go out and do the same thing. We are going to have to kill these units. My units are slightly vulnerable, it seems like, once they are warping in. Save him! Oh my god, we kill things so fast. I have a lot of money, too. I have no excuse for that, so I'm going to make some more Archons, I suppose, and we can blink those around if necessary. And maybe another Immortal. Okay, and we can start transferring some probes up here. My assimilator finished, and I never put any units in it or probes in there. There we go, and my base is sort of secured. I mean, I can't say if like 4 or 5 groups of Mutalisks are just going to spawn and just murder the crap out of me. So, hey, let's recall in... Well, let's go ahead and merge these. This is going to be like my strike force up here, and then my other warp observer, my home warp observer, is going to hang out. As you can see, their groups are getting a little larger. I'm not that afraid because we are pretty beefy, but for the most part, I think we'll be okay. So let's, yeah, it's 1, right? So let's recall in. Boom. And while we're at it, we can warp in a couple zealots here, too, just to back us up. So, look out. Oh my god, my zealots are handling things themselves. Alright, they just spawned out of these caves. We're going to have to break these down. It looks like there's 2 sets of rocks. Destroy these. Back out zealots. Attack. Break them. Oh, that broke both. How convenient. In fact, I'm just going to walk with these units and go and destroy the last 2 caves because I don't think I really need to recall back in. I'm going to check for a base up here. There might be one. No, it doesn't seem like it. But we'll swing up here. I really like the concept of this, though. You know what? It's reminiscent of... what was it? I think it was Mission 3 from Amber Sun, where you have to destroy the cooling towers to reroute the Zerg. Very similar to that. I really like this concept. In no way am I saying this is unoriginal. I was basically just comparing one cool concept to another cool concept because they're both really fun. The Zerg are swarming in from another cave. Let's close this one off very, very quickly. So these ones on the map don't seem like the ones that we could see before. So like these 3? Oh, these are the greater caves. This one down here is pretty far down. This is where we might want to start using the observers to warp in, close the caves, and otherwise be very defensive. So these are going to route... There's another base there. Okay, so now we have Mutalisks, so let's just start getting a lot of Stalkers. Archon's going to be hugely helpful against those for sure. And at this point, yeah, I'm just sort of playing to... I don't need the money, but I would warp in units up here. So let's head on down here and do the same thing. Warp Observer, the one I'm sending is 2. So 1, you're going to be up here. We're going to have a strike force, like I was saying. That's going to be you guys. Let's move you a little further into the base so you're not trapped, and then we keep this group at home. It's a very powerful group, and then we can warp back and forth very quickly. So I do need some zealots there disposable because they may, in fact, get crushed by rocks. But just in case, I'm going to bring them because we may get overwhelmed by Zerglings, or if there's an Ultralisk, the Feral, or not the Feral, the Primal. Hey, what? How? That was expensive. Maybe they can see the observers. All right, screw getting out. We're still going to send this one down there. They must be able to see me, so I'm gonna swing down here and warp in over in this direction. I may want to actually just go over here and see if I can break down these ones on the right, but I can't see what's over there yet, so I'm not going to bother. 5 of 12 remain, so we see 4 on the map. These 3 over here are ominous because we've been able to see them since the start of the mission, so I have no idea. Ooh, my observer got caught on a rock there. This terrain must be a little too high for flying units. So there's a cave down here, too. So, again, this might be one that we end up having to break through. Okay, so let's kind of stay in the trees this time. Have they attacked me? They did attack me. It was with Mutalisks. So, oh, I see. The Observer is technically visible at this point. It's not invisible. Okay, that certainly balances this. Let's go ahead and warp in our force. Observer, why don't you just move away just a little bit. We're going to kill this Ultralisk. We are in the cover of the trees. Okay, this is a kind of a cave right here, but I think we're not going to have to worry because we can't really close it. So let's move over here. We can kill these annoying Hydralisks that killed my expensive Observer from before. Oh my god, those Zerglings are just going to melt. Okay, you know, I've been meaning to check. Okay, they're 2-2. I was going to say, it seems like they have no upgrades, but Protoss in general are just very strong with 3-3-3 upgrades. I think they benefit the most from having upgrades like that. Okay, so let's break these rocks. These rocks seem to have more health. Ah, the cavalry. All right, get in there, Archon. Oh, that's right, blink in, Archon. Haha, I found a reason to use it. Sometimes there's upgrades in custom campaigns that are cool, but I struggle to find, like, practical uses for them. So that's why, okay, we're just going to have to focus this down. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's get back to it. They do have a reasonable amount of stuff. They're constantly spawning Mutalisks. That's what the Archon and the Stalkers are for. We do have a lot. My Archon kind of going down, getting ready to blink him out. Nope. Okay, focus on the rocks. All right, we can get these down. Okay, never mind. Another group spawn. Let's just focus it down. Focus down the rocks. We're going to lose some Zealots. No, we're not. What is that? Is that a boss? That looks like a boss. We lost the Archon, unfortunately. Where's my Observer? Another cave is teeming with Zerg. Of course it is. Did I lose the Observer? Oh, no, it's up here. Observer! Observer! Get down here! Help can arrive. Oh, God, we don't have enough space. Oof, that Viper has a lot of health. It's like a hero. It's definitely... It's a hero Viper, clearly. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to kill that asshole. We warped everybody in. That was probably a mistake, because half this stuff can't even attack air. All right, get in there, Archons. Archons tanking the damage. Blink out. And nice. Oh, my God. The blink on the Archons is awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the warp-in radius of the Observer is a little too small. So what I'm going to do instead is warp in, is just create stuff at home and then warp it in. Under the Observer instead. I really like that ability. That is very, very cool. I could certainly use more warp gates. Maybe we can make them up here instead, because this area does not seem under threat at all. So, not much space. Never mind. Not enough space to really do that. But let's make a bunch of Archons, because again, if I can actually utilize the blink, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, warp in these bad boys. Whatever was going on with that hero Viper was a little scary, so let's just avoid that too. Immortal is done. We're going to get some Archons. Maybe we can warp in some Zealots under the Observer, because they are a little smaller, so they can actually fit. Let's warp these in. It seems like we're cutting the attacking units off very quickly, so we're stopping them from making it too far. Okay, so let's wait for the warp gates and make some more Zealots. Okay, see, these will fit. The Stalkers are a little too big to really fit. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's because I moved the warp gate away. Okay, for a second I thought that was a bug. That was absolutely my own fault. It's because I moved the warp gate away. Okay, so let's get in there. Which are the rocks? The rocks are on the right. All right, burn them down. It seems like when the rocks get below a certain point, it spawns a bunch of feral Zerg, which is cool. I just want to make sure that I do not crush a bunch of my own units, and I'm certainly on the verge of doing that. I don't want to carelessly lose stuff, because when it spawns a boss, we're going to be in trouble. On the plus side, as the Zerg come out of the cave, it seems like they have to move out before they can really attack. So that is a Broodlord. Hit him. Hit him. Oh, burn him down quickly. I like this concept of bosses. If you remember back to... I don't remember which mission, but it was part of biotech. It was definitely part of biotech, where once you it was like you had to destroy Zerg bases, and then you had to use the psi emitter on the base to gain control of the Zerg. And as you moved into the Zerg bases, there were big, enlarged red Zerg units, and then you could you didn't take control of them, but you had to kill them. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm glad that that was reused. I like the idea of these slightly more powerful Zerg, and as you can see, when we took the first cave, it was tough. It wasn't easy to get rid of that thing. I really should take another one of those bases. Oh, look out. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, it's so fragile, though. I really can't warp in. Oh, don't let it die. There we go. I could sack the Observer just to do this. Haha! Okay, I didn't sack the Observer. And we made it up. We made it up here. A lot of my stuff might get stuck, but hey, surprise, we can blink it out, including the Archons. It wasn't stuck. This may be a cave. This is a cave. So I think we actually did need to come up here with the Observer Mass Recall. This rock is solid. It will take much more effort to seal this cave. Don't you worry, Marond. We're in good shape here, buddy. We have a lot of Archons. And yeah, it seems like there's triggers. Once you get the rocks below a certain level, it spawns Zerg. So I like the balance there. All my Zealots are on the verge of dying. Another Hero Viper is going to die immediately, because again, as the Zerg spawn, they move out to a certain area. And unfortunately, it makes them really vulnerable to my units. So my only suggestion, and this is on normal, again, this might still be really, really hard on hard. So, and I'm sure it is. I'm assuming it's much harder. What I would recommend is maybe make the Zerg invulnerable only for like a second, like a split second as they're coming out of the cave. That way you don't have to worry about the player exploiting the fact that I can just murder everything as they come out. Let's open these up, because what it does is it kind of nullifies the challenge. But again, maybe on a harder difficulty, I wouldn't be able to have built up such a large force. So, I always struggle, because at the beginning of a mission, I'm always scared that I'm going to fail because I take a lot of time to kind of show what a mission has to offer. I go over all the upgrades and that cool stuff, and in that time, that's kind of in my opinion, that's the hardest part of most missions, because if the enemy's sending attacks, you have to make sure you're building up, getting upgrades, just in case there's some sort of timing trigger, things like that. So that's why, I like to play in a lower difficulty so that I can make it through that period while showing off what the map really has to offer. And that's just my opinion. And I think on certain maps it's worked, and on some maps I'm selling myself short. That's the problem. So what's up here? Just out of curiosity, nothing. Just look at the mini-map. Look at the terraining on the mini-map. It's beautiful. It just looks so good. It has such a natural feel to it. It's really, really good. It's, I don't know how else to say that. It's really, really good. Attack this to destroy it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's invulnerable. The side broadcaster must not be destroyed. It's like there's another cave that I'm missing. I think I destroyed a cave. There was a third one somewhere on the map. We have to go looking for it. I'm also going to queue up another Observer. I'm also going to send a probe down here and chance making a base, though there may be Zerg down here. Yeah, I think there was another cave, and I have to find it. And only because it was marked. There were 3 of these orange great caves, and I don't know where they all were, so let's go see if we can find it. And then we can just recall in, and maybe that's what's going to make... Oh, wait. Never mind, it's right here. This rock is solid, of course it is. 2 caves to seal, I assume it's both of these. All right, start destroying this. I was nervous, again, yeah. So one of these rocks is invulnerable, but it's both of these, and only this one is attackable. All right, we got some Ultralisks coming out. We can kind of path block them. Yes, there were units down there, so I was unable to build a base. Observer, get on up here. Oh, I need to get back here just in case. If we kill the rocks too quickly, we are in trouble. All right, turn and fight. The Immortals are just going to tear up those Ultralisks. And again, Primal Ultralisks don't cleave. What is this? A Quilgore hero. I love it. Several Quilgore heroes. Get them! This may count as 2 caves, but I'm not really sure. That thing actually did a decent amount of damage. More Quilgore heroes. We may actually just have to up and focus the rocks and let the Quilgore hit us. That Quilgore is one-shotting my Zealots. I just want to point out, that Quilgore is no joke. Alright, almost got him. There we go. And we blocked. That counted as 2. Sorry, I was a little confused there just because one of the rocks was invulnerable. I shall follow the Patriarch's will and retrieve the weapon. May Adun be with you. Victory! Awesome. I love this campaign so far. I really liked Biotech, and it was one of those campaigns that it didn't really have a cohesive story. This campaign has all the plus sides of Biotech, which was really cool gameplay mechanics and just incredible terrain. The terraining, I can't stress enough, and I would go so far as to say that Njordi's has some of the best terraining talent that I've played on. Not to say that everyone else is bad, but it's incredible. It's just so pretty looking, all of these terrains, you know. And I've played a lot of campaigns with really, really good terraining, and the key is having it feel natural, and I feel like this goes even the extra mile where it feels natural, nothing sticks out, but then on top of that, it's just very pretty to look at. It's aesthetically pleasing. You know, it harkens back, if I remember, I think it was the HOTS biotech, where there were only 2 HOTS biotech missions released in my HOTS. I mean, in Heart of the Swarm, Njordi's updated his campaign, he added 2 missions, and it was the one like on the beach where you were running around with Jane. That mission just looked beautiful. I recommend everybody to go back and check it out just to look at the map. Just, it's fantastic. Alrighty, so this has been JayborinoPlays. I look forward to continuing this campaign. I do know that apparently missions 3 and 4 get even harder. That's why Njordi's and some other viewers suggested, hey, just keep going on normal. So I think I'll probably do that. And again, I'm just showcasing, and I may still have some challenges here coming up with maps 3 and 4. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.